Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Small Town Titans for the first time ever, and this is their cover of You Are a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. This has been recommended a bunch of times, obviously more and more throughout the Christmas seasons that I've been doing these videos, and I hear some pretty amazing things about this cover, so I'm very excited. And I have done covers for, a number of other Grinch-related songs before, so I'm ready for something new, something crazy. Guys, please do like this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment for the algorithm, hit the bell, and of course, if I'm enhancing your listening experience, please do consider joining my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. If you'd like to watch the original video all the way through and then come back for my analysis, I'll leave a link in the description below. But otherwise, let's get into it. Small Town Titans, You Are a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. This is already very different. D minor.
You're a mean one.
Whoa.
Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black pea.
Oh, whoa, wait a second. This is my favorite cover ever of this song. Oh, man. Oh, we're in for it. Okay, so yeah, obviously we're taking like a hard rock approach to this timeless Christmas classic. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, so I'm very clearly a bass vocalist. Hello. This reminds me of like a Jonathan Young, like very much a natural bass voice that has learned how to crank it in the upper register and belt really high. Greasy black pea. So that's just up to D4, but clearly he's got range above that as well. This is 1/4 lower than the original. The original one is in G, I believe. This is down in D.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel.
Really are a heel. Oh man, you can just tell also, these rock singers have some of the best vocal fold closure. Their vocal folds just like, and what it does, and the vocal folds come together tightly during each oscillation, and technically it's for a longer period of time they come together. You get a much more cutting, biting, edgier sound, and a sound that cuts, a sound with squealo, as we would call it in the opera world. And you can just tell, even in the low range, the vocal folds just like really coming together. Like there's not a whole lot of breathiness happening.
You really are a heel.
Also, a glottal onset on that R instead of R. If you do that really helps the vocal folds come together and get nice closure.
You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black pea.
Listen to how clean that high D is. Just the vocal fold closure is so tight and efficient.
Just face the music, you're a monster, Mr. Grinch.
Oh my God.
Your heart's an empty hole.
Wait a second. Now see, I told you. Natural bass voice that can stretch it. Is that up to a high A? Are you kidding me? That is extremely high. That's a tenor high A in this amazing gritty rock belt.
Just face the music, you're a monster.
Just face the music, you're a monster. So yeah, A, G, F, G, A, G, F. Just hanging out way up there in high chest belt land.
Just face the music, you're a monster. Mr. Grinch.
Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch.
I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole.
This is so sick. Oh my god. I love the vibrato he's putting in there. I love the voice acting bits he's putting in there as well. I love that he's changing the melody of the original slightly, putting his own flair on it. This is 10 out of 10 so far.
I wouldn't touch you with
I love that. Ah, that's it, like slide off a little bit.
I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole.
And then he goes from grit into a totally clean phonation on this high A. It does sound like you can hear there's like a little, almost like a crack in there. It sounds like he disconnects ever so slightly from his pure chest voice that we're getting leading up to this, but he sustains that high A belt in a totally clean phonation. Totally has removed the grit from the sound.
I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole.
Right there, like releases a little bit of weight.
You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You got termites in your smile.
He's using a lot of these glottal onsets to just maintain that really great vocal fold closure.
Mr. Grinch, you got termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch.
Well, given the choice between the two of you, I would take the
Seasick crocodile.
Oh god. I was actually waiting and hoping he would do a mixed belt on that high D. God, what a singer. This is nuts.
You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile.
I'm a seasick crocodile. Up to D there, and just a really efficient mixed belt, some grit in there, but the vocal fold closure is what I'm just so stoked about with this singer. Just like incredibly, this would be as far as acoustic singing goes, this would be pretty loud if you're in the room with him, because it's just so efficient. The pure chest voice stuff is going to be louder than the mixed belt stuff, but this would all be loud. You could tell just how well the vocal folds are coming together. That really is what produces volume. It is efficiency of sound. A less gritty sound would actually be louder by decibel, because if you add grit, you're adding noise, which means there's more air escaping. You are losing some of the power, essentially. When you do that, you're losing some of the efficiency, which creates power. That's why professional opera singer voices are the loudest voices in the world, no question, because it's this level of full-bodied singing, but it's 100% efficient. There's like no extra air coming through. It's just tone, just pure tone. Noise sounds louder because of psychoacoustically, just how we interpret sound. So in a studio setting, putting grit in. You know, any recorded song, the gritty sound is going to sound like it would be louder, but really the efficient sound is actually going to be the one that's like true volume louder. Just a really cool thing. But yeah, there would be some loud notes happening in the studio here for sure.
Well, given the choice between the two of you, I would take the...
He actually sounds... I think his voice sits a little higher than Jonathan Young, but he sounds like a little bit like Jonathan Young. Listen to him do that this little voiceover bit. Well, given the choice between the two of you, he sounds like Jonathan Young.
Well, given the choice between the two of you, I would take the... Seasick crocodile!
You see how he knows how to sing that note, but he's threading the needle. So once he hits it, he doesn't move anything. It's just and just like he's got it locked in. He's like, don't move, just sing the thing.
Seasick crocodile!
Dude doesn't even blink. He's the bass player. The D1.
You're a foul one.
Ooh.
Mr. Grinch.
Yes, voice acting.
You're a nasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks and your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch.
It's interesting how he doesn't go down to the D there. Grip. Goes down to the E. Grinch instead of Grinch. I love this first bit though. Hold up, this voice acting.
You're a foul one.
You're a foul one. You're a foul one.
Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
You're a nasty skunk. Your heart is full of...
And then he puts your heart is full of unwashed socks. He puts that nice space back in there.
Skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks and your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The three best words I would use to describe you are as follows, and I quote. Stag! Stag! Stag!
I didn't realize that's a chromatic movement up. C, C sharp, D. This is so awesome. And I love his voice part, his like voiceover bits.
The three best words I would use to describe you are as follows, and
also this very much looks like he is recording it right now. If he's not, it is a 10 out of 10 lip sync. But I'm assuming you can do this. You can do a studio recording and then set it up and record it video-wise as if you're doing it when it's really studio. I think he's probably actually doing it live right now. Maybe not, probably not one take, probably a bunch of different takes put together, but the voiceover bits like that are the hardest parts to lip sync. The singing part that's rhythmic is much easier, but if you have a voiceover bit where even like the flicks of the tongue perfectly line up with the sound, probably being sung live, or being sung as the video is being recorded.
The three best words I would use to describe you are as follows, and
like that's just perfect, absolutely perfect. I would be shocked if that was a lip sync.
The three best words I would use to describe you are as follows, and I quote. Stag! Stag! Stag!
See, like they're clearly shifting frames here. So like it probably took him multiple takes to do these absurdly high, gritty power belts. But yeah, I'm putting my money on the table. I think this is recorded as we see it.
The three best words I would use to describe you are as follows, and I quote. Stag!
Stag! Stag! Yeah!
And you can tell it's a lighter mechanism, right? It's not bringing the chest voice up to a high D. That's effectively impossible for a male singer. You can tell it's a lighter mechanism, but still has power, still has vocal fold closure, grit, all the good stuff. That was an F5, F5 in mixed belt. That's really very high. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Ooh. But not even in the vocals now, we're getting a lot of variation. And this has been going on the whole time. I've just been so focused, laser focused on the vocals. The band is crushing and keeping it so interesting. But this is kind of the most obvious shift where we get, you know, constant sound, constant instrumentation to da-da-da off, da-da-da off, da-da-da off. What? And then some really harsh focus at the end, some false fold activation at the end. Until then, it's been all true fold. Look at the absolute crazy eyes. Oh my God, it's perfect. I love me some crazy eyes. In a musical context. Stink, stank, stunk. Nice harmonies. Some false fold activation at the end. Good God, that was incredible. See if there's anything at the end. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. If I were to ever do a cover of the Grinch, it would be something like this. Except for that to happen, I need to learn how to do gritty vocals like he does. I'm learning false fold grit. True fold grit is something that does not compete with me as an opera singer because I've been so heavily trained for maximum efficiency of sound. I just don't. My vocal folds are like, ha, nice try. You can't put grit in your voice. So I'm working on that. False folds I can do because it's totally different from opera singing. You don't use your false folds in opera at all. Oh my God, I think that this and Elliot Robinson's version, his take on the Grinch, where he does a whole cover of it from the Grinch's perspective. I'll leave that here. It's absolutely brilliant. Also, had a wonderful chat with Elliot for the YouTube channel. That won't be out by the time this video releases, but keep an eye out for that. Elliot, if you guys don't know, is truly one of the lowest bass singers in the world. His chest voice is like endless. Like he could easily sing the original Grinch song a full octave down, like with low G's, like reliably. It's nutty. Anyway, guys, this is amazing. This was an incredible cover. Thank you to everyone who recommended this. I really, really enjoyed this and analyzing it. And shout out, I gotta check out some more of this group. So if you have other recommendations, leave them below. Otherwise, guys, please do leave a like, leave a comment for sure, subscribe for sure, hit the bell for sure, and for sure check out my Patreon and consider supporting me that way. And yeah, God, this is awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.